Hello, how y'all doing? Got a question. Okay, I thought it was me. I thought I closed out the windows. I swear to God, I heard porn music. Maurice, I don't know what kind of snippet you got playing right now, but you had me freaking out a little bit. I'm like, I don't watch porn on this computer. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Had me a little nervous for a minute. But hello, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Sippin and Trippin with Just the Best, episode 17. And we are here on location at Cutting Edge 54 Salon, Elk Grove Village. It's my salon. So we were supposed to be on the north side, but some things happened. And you know what? When life gives you lemons, we going to make lemonade. Well, I ain't got lemonade in my drink, but I got lemon seltzer water. So, same thing, right? Same thing. So we actually decided, since things didn't go as planned, we decided to just have a free forum. So if y'all got some questions, which I'm kind of like scared to say, or like if y'all needed advice, which I don't know if y'all want advice from me, or whatever. Like, tell me about yourself. You got some things you want to get off your chest. If there's something that you wanted to promote. I mean, if there was any other time, today is the day for you to do it. But before we get into all of that stuff, I gotta. If y'all can hit like, share, give me a heart, give me do something. I don't even know if anybody's watching because it's so nice outside. That little part of me kind of wanted to like cancel the show because I wanted to be outside and do hood rat shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was a responsible adult, and I am here for my beautiful people and handsome people. I don't wanna, my handsome, pretty people. But yeah, take a moment, hit that share button that's on your screen if you're watching this live, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. I'm gonna find a way to get this live on. I cannot stand you, brother. I swear, I am gonna get into that story because this is a lot of weird crap that's been happening as usual. I always say, but give me 1 minute because I can only do so many things at one time, and I want to share this on my personal feed. Um, I'll put live now. I know y'all probably like, I know I'm getting on somebody's nerves, but it's okay. I always get on somebody's nerves. But yeah, since my brother want to go ahead and text me, I'm gonna bust you out now, and wanted me to tell y'all about the story about my bird. I will tell y'all the story about my bird. I had a bird. So if you guys follow me on my social media, stylish Jecka on Snapchat, or just the best 79 on Instagram, and Sippin and Trippin here on Facebook. Um, a few, was it like 2 years ago, maybe? Um, I want to say it had to be before COVID, so it had to be like 2, 3 years ago. A raccoon ended up making a hole in our chimney stack and found its way in. Not even a raccoon, raccoons with an S. Because we kept hearing some shit and then we seen the hole up there. So then I called like these people that deal with, raccoons, and we didn't know if it was a raccoon, a squirrel, whatever. Anyways, they set up a trap. Caught one raccoon. And that raccoon, I'm assuming, was docile and like calm. So I'm assuming that was the woman. And then they took that one. Then they put the trap up again on top of our garage where the hole was kind of close to. And then we got another raccoon, like big, like not even like cat size. Like this motherfucker was big, and he was mean. I mean, we just went outside to go look at the mug, and he was hissing. I didn't even know raccoons can hiss at you. This mug, like he was hell of aggressive. He was mean as hell. So I'm assuming that was a dude. That was a daddy. But according to the nature guy, whoever the freaking guy that came and took the animal, um, he said that the mama had a baby, but they searched, went up in the attic. So apparently it was in our walls, and we couldn't like, I don't know, they couldn't get it. They're like, well, if you a baby, of course, okay, some information. Baby raccoons apparently sound like little dinosaurs. So sure enough, I want to say it was like a whole week later, a few days later, there's like this soffit above my mom's kitchen, like there's lighting. So there's that little box, like a little square. We heard baby fucking dinosaurs. Like it literally sounds squawking, whack, whack, whatever. And I was like, oh my God. So, and then you can hear it moving around. So I'm like, oh shit. So it moved around. It got into like the hallway. And then once it got in the hallway, I kind of lost it. So I live in our house, it's a tri level house. You got the upstairs and then you got the downstairs. I live in the downstairs with my kids. So in my hallway, to one side of the hallway is where our furnace is. So, and it has like accordion doors. And directly across from that is where my bathroom is. Just, I'm trying to set up for this next story I'm about to tell y'all. So, all of a sudden, I hear this squawking again, but it's downstairs now. So, I'm like, what in the hell? And then all of a sudden, I hear doo-doom coming from the furnace closet. So, I'm like, oh my God. So I go to look, right? And I don't see nothing. And then I hear something moving. So I look behind the furnace because there's this little gap. I put my phone in there. Like, I turned the camera on, looked at my phone. There's a freaking baby raccoon sitting there. So, I closed the little motherfucker down. I don't know what I put in front of it, but then I got on the phone with my brother and nephew, like, we got a raccoon in the house. You need to come save us. I wasn't touching it. I was new. So they came over, my heroes, and then they got it into this little cage. And then I had posted it on my social media, and then they ended up taking it to like the forest preserve. I don't know what they didn't kill it. They just got rid of it. It was out. So then fast forward to just Monday. Monday. So Monday, I went out of town to Springfield, which I will get into in a little bit, for wrestling. But anyways, we came back Monday. We were exhausted. When I tell you we were exhausted to the point that I just allowed my children to stay home that day. We needed the mental health recoup day, so I let them stay home. I didn't have to work that day, so fine. But I had made some dentist appointments where I'm like, ooh, you know what? They were able to get us in earlier. Who likes to go to the fucking dentist? So I wanted to get it out of the way. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's go. We had a 10 o'clock appointment. It's 9:30. I'm waking up my little one. Go brush your teeth. So he's literally across from this furnace thing, right? Remember I told you? And he's trying to brush his teeth. And then he's like, Mom, I hear something in the furnace. I'm thinking, it was windy. I'm thinking maybe the furnace just kicked off, whatever. I'm like, yeah, just brush your teeth. We got to go. So I go in there to try to rush him and help him so we can get out of the house. And I hear something in there moving around. Like, I didn't know if I heard bird, like feathers, wings flapping. I heard something back there that I was like, and I closed the bathroom door. But then, of course, we had to leave. So I closed my bedroom door, and then there's a door that separates the hallway or like the front of the house to the back of the house. So I closed that door so that basically whatever was in there was left to go from the hallway to the bathroom because I did not close the bathroom door, which was a great thing. So I leave. I tell my son, there's something trapped up in that furnace, but we have to go. So whatever. So on the way to the dentist, I call my brother and my nephew to be like, we got another animal in the house. So fast forward, I get home 2 hours later. I think it was like noon. We left at like 9:30. So it was like noon when we got back. So I needed now my phone charger. So I try to coerce my oldest one, like, go in my room because you have to go that past that part of the house to get to the charger. He's like, no. I'm like, well, you go. He's like, no, you go. I'm like, we'll go together because I'm not going on there by myself. So he goes and he's trying to sneak. Like, there's, it's quiet, right? So like maybe there's no, like maybe it died or I don't know. Like maybe it went back up in the hole. Who knows? So he goes, he gets to the doorway of the bathroom, turns around, and then all of a sudden you hear, hoo, 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 hoo. You hear these bird wings flapping and shit, and it's chirping, whatever it's doing. The bird was like, I want to say the bird was about this big. It was a big bird. I couldn't tell you what kind of bird it was. It didn't have no red chest. It had a nice little beak. I can't tell you what kind of bird it was, but it was a fucking bird. So then he runs out. We screaming, fucking bird. So I'm just like, so then I calmed myself and I said, we got to get this bird the fuck out of my house. So I go into the bathroom. I'm looking at it and it kept banging into our bathroom window. So it was trying to get out. So then it was perched up on my, that shower rod. So I told my son. So this is where I realized that common sense isn't so common. And I'm kind of scared for a future because these are also children that have been quarantined. And Lord, when I tell you, so so I tell my son, right? Because we have those regular windows that go up, got a screen, nothing fancy, nothing, boom, right? Got the little locks on the thing. So I tell my son, go outside because it doesn't look like the window is locked for whatever reason. Go outside, right, into the backyard and see if you can push the window down, which means so there's two panes, right? So you take the top pane and you slide it down so then the window's open from the top. I didn't want to open it from the bottom because that's where I have like all my shit at, my shampoo, conditioner, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, push the window down. So he goes outside. So I see him raise the screen up. I'm like, and then he's like, I can't get it open. So then right next to my bathroom is my laundry room. So I go into the laundry room and I open that same window, same kind of window. So I push it down. I'm like, this is what I want you to do to the bathroom window. He's like, oh, I didn't even know the windows can go that way. We've been living in this house for 16 years. I was like, what? You didn't? So you only think the windows go up? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, they that's why the screen can go up and down, not just to, whatever. So then he's like, oh, okay. So he goes over to the bathroom and he couldn't get it open. So now here I am. I'm talking to the bird because I don't know if they can understand me. I'm hoping my spirituality can kind of resonate whatever I'm trying to say to this bird. So I'm like, look, bird, I'm trying to help you out here. Don't pick at my hair. Don't pick at my head. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to go open this window the right way so that you can get the fuck out. Because I see that it's been shitting all over my fucking bathroom. So I do it. He perches himself up on this little decorative thing I have on top of the whatever. And he kind of leaves me. He does squawk over to my clock. And so he's at least on the other side of the room because I'm on this side now trying to open up. And then, of course, my little stupid security hinge things got stuck. Look at that. Was it probably took me 30 seconds. That was the longest fucking 30 seconds when you got this wild bird just watching you. But anyways, I was able to get the fucking window down. I fucking moved out the way and the fucking bird just shot straight out the window. So that is my story, brother, of the bird. And I also took video. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like Animal Kingdom in my house. I mean, we got worms for days. We got all these animals always in our shit. I mean, you heard my raccoon story, right? You don't told you about my bird story, right? We always got bird nests all over our house. I had a planters and then some nests. I'm like, why are my flowers fucking growing out of my planter that I just spent $10 on? And we take it down. There's 4 blue eggs. So now we had to put it back up. And then the other mama bird or daddy bird or whatever birds are flying around our head, which is right by our front door. So now every time we go to the house, we're like, don't hit us. We're just trying to get into our house that you decided to put your fucking nest at. So that's my story about my bird. I don't know. I think it's a good omen, kinda, maybe. I don't know. I was just happy that it was a fucking bird and not a squirrel. Because I heard squirrels can really tear your shit up if they get in your fucking walls. So that's my story. Do y'all have stories? I mean, I think we even had stories. I see Letty, that's my old Keystone best friend. Hey, best friend. But I mean, we got attacked by a rat in Chicago. You don't want to know that story. And I'm trying to think there was other, I don't know, but it's always something with an animal. I mean, my sweet sister-in-law, she was like, oh, maybe that's a good sign. And, maybe, my ancestors are trying to visit me. Can you visit me in the money form? How about not animal form? Or send another person. Don't send me an animal. Not in my house. Please. Thank you. So that's my story about the bird. That's what happened to me on Monday while I was trying to have a day off, but I was dealing with that shit. But as you can see, I'm wearing green. Oh, hey, ooh, look at them brows. Hey, Chrissy.
Sorry, I only have 10 minutes. I got to get back, but I wanted to be sure I was able to hop in here and give you, Props for doing my hair. I spent 5 hours in the salon chair yesterday. No joke. 5 hours. 5 hours
Yeah,
with her.
because she needed to get these like silver streaks on the front, and I am sometimes a perfectionist. So if I don't
Only
like,
sometimes.
so if I don't like it, I don't want to be like, oh, we gotta do it again. So we did it again. We did it twice,
Yeah.
and it came
And
out much better. It
it
came
came
out
out
more better.
great. It came out great. So I wanted to
So
pop
this is
in.
her costume, people. So this is Chrissy
This isn't the full
from.
costume. I'm missing my hat, but this is part of it. Yes.
So Chrissy is actually coming out this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Mary Poppins play.
Yeah.
That's part of
Mary
the Elko
Poppins the
Park
musical
District.
at Prairie Lake Theater in Des Plaines.
Yes.
So we have a Thursday night, a Friday night, and then 2 shows Saturday. So it's Mary Poppins the musical.
Yes.
And my character is Miss Andrew. And I know everyone's like, who the hell's Miss Andrew? Because I don't remember her in the movie. You're right. She was not in the movie.
Yeah,
The
I was trying to
musical,
think like,
the musical was a little bit different than the movie. So Miss Andrew was George Banks's nanny from back in the day. So she was the opposite of Mary Poppins, hence why I got this look going on. But
that's why
you
you
guys,
got
if
your
you want to
eyebrows.
know
Those are
why
not
she
her
was,
real eyebrows, people. Those are
no,
not her real eyebrows.
no, these are not my real eyebrows. They could be, but they're not. But yeah, I mean, if you want to know more, if you want to know what she is, then come and see the show. That we've been working really, really hard. Opening night tomorrow, and
Yes.
minus
I will
one day
be
of
there on
prep, so it's been
Friday.
crazy.
I got my
Huh?
ticket for Friday, so I will be there on Friday.
That's incredible. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you so
Of course. B-side family.
much.
It's Chrissy from Buzzing Cousins. And they got a
Yep.
new if you guys haven't liked their page yet, please go out. They're coming out with a new podcast at the end of this month called Mentally Tea.
Mentality. Yes,
Oh,
that's going to be
Mentality
me and
Tea. You're
Angel.
always close.
You were close.
It's my English, you know.
Yeah, you were
It's
close.
my accent.
But yeah, we're gonna do. I know we're gonna maybe plug it later, but it's gonna be with me and Angel Simmons, and it's gonna be a podcast, just based on mental health and just talking about that. And we think
Lord,
it's so important,
oh,
but
we need it.
we need it. But I don't want to give too much away because I want Angel to be able to talk to about it too. But
Right.
as far as this week goes, Mary Poppins, you
Mary
guys.
Poppins. The B-side, Maurice had put it up there. Tickets for Mary Poppins. It's actually through the Elk Grove Park District, but it's going to be up at the Prairie something.
Prairie Lakes Theater.
Prairie Lakes Theater. I always have halfway information. Prairie Lakes Theater up in Des Plaines. There's the information there on your screen. They have Thursday, Friday, and 2 shows on Saturday this weekend.
It's gonna be incredible.
Show, so
Come and join Jess on Friday. She's coming Friday, so get your ticket and be with her.
it's family friendly. Like I'm taking my mama and my little one.
It's Mary Poppins. If it wasn't family friendly, then we'd have an issue.
I don't know. I mean, Maurice had this porno music earlier.
Oh,
Never mind. We're talking about family stuff right now.
that's for the after hours show, remember?
After hours. I don't know what he's doing over there, but But yeah, no, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, Jess. Love you.
No problem. Love you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.
Bye. That's Chrissy. Yeah, she wasn't here yesterday. So I had to cover her hair, her grays and shit. And then I had to add gray to her we had to do her hair that day. But yeah, I wasn't gonna let her like walk out of here. Like it pains me if I can't get your color correct. Like it pains me if you gotta walk out and then come back. Because I mean there's just, there's only so much time that you can spend on a person because I got other people come in and then if it just but luckily it was just the 2 streaks in front of her. The rest of her hair came out great. So I'm glad that was that. But St. Patty's Day, I'm wearing my green for St. Patty's Day. It's actually tomorrow. I don't know if y'all started out tonight. I did because I will be working tomorrow at the bar. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Come holler at me at the bar. Daylight savings was this weekend. Oh my god. Is it just me? Or like I swear I'm tired. I know we lost an hour, but it was only an hour. Like I'm tired. Like I feel like I can't get my rest back. Like, and I know I'm a busy individual. We're all busy, but like for some reason we just I don't know. And then last night I couldn't sleep for some reason. I don't know. You know, like we have them old school what they call it, wives' tales, where like somebody's thinking about you if you can't sleep. See, there you go. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel like it takes me about a week. Right, very discombobulated. That it takes me about a week to like make up for this 1 hour. You know, but that's you know, I was just having this conversation with my mama, and my mama is a G. When I tell you my mama is a G, she is a G. Like she be like, "Oh," I'm like, "I don't know, mom. You know, I'm so tired, and I just we lost this 1 hour, this one day, you know, whatever." And then she goes, "Ah, pues, but when you're partying and you only sleep 3 hours and you go to work, you don't complain about being tired then." You know, your mamas are so quick to be like, "Yeah." People wonder where I get it from, and they wonder. But yeah, that's what she told me. So I usually have a comeback, but when it comes to that lady, I kind of bite my tongue, and then I kind of feel like, damn, I had to lick my wounds when I walk away. Because I'm like, what can you say to that? What comeback could I have possibly said to that? None. But yeah, I mean, I love having conversations with my mama. We actually took a trip down to Springfield this past weekend because my son had a wrestling tournament. They had a freshman sophomore wrestling tournament down in Springfield. My son, if you watch the last shows, you know whatnot, he ended up making it down the state. He actually, I mean, he didn't get on the podium, but he did very well for himself. I took it as like he got like 10th place out of the 32 wrestlers that actually made it down for his um weight level or weight class or whatever. He's like 195. So I think he did awesome. I mean, he almost had the dude and he would have been on the podium because I think it's like the top 8 wrestlers. But hey, but you know, like, man, look, I think he did awesome. But there's a big old BUTT. I'm gonna do the double T on that motherfucker. It is exhausting. Like, it is exhausting. I mean, I give it to the wrestlers because they do have to be down there and they're the ones actually wrestling and all of that shit. But god damn it, we suffer too. Like, and I showed up late. I'm like Saturday morning, 8 o'clock weigh-ins, right? And then they go back at like 9 o'clock to like warm up and whatever because they got to be ready to start wrestling at 10. I didn't show up till like 11 because of course my son is a heavier weight. So they tend to start off lighter around 100 pounds and then they go all the way to like 285. Okay. So I went a little later. I showed up at 11 a.m. You know what time we got out there, motherfucker? 6 p.m. 6 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? I believe so. I will put that out there in the air only because like he is every year that as he does these sports, he progressively gets better and better and better, more confident and all of that. So you know what? I'm pretty sure he will. And there were some tough kids. I mean, you know what? I say this. I said this before, and I will say this again. Like people, and when it comes to youth sports, they get so. Oh, I don't want my child to play football. I think football gets such a bad rap because of concussions. And I said, and I'm not denying that it doesn't happen, like it happens, hello. But I will say that the football programs that they have out now, maybe not all, but depending on the program that your park district is or whoever you affiliate with, like I can only speak on the program that we're part of, is that they are very adamant about like not tackling with your head. That's how they teach you to tackle like through your body, not using your head, you know, shoulders, whatever. But you know, they take the dangerous. Now when I say they take the dangerous because it's a fucking sport, but they have a helmet on. They have pads on their butts, on their knees, on their sides, and they're everywhere. Okay, but I will say that if you can watch your child at any age, especially when they get older, if you can watch them wrestle, not this like for people who don't, not this WWE, and I'm not saying, I mean, it's fake, but they still have to train for that shit. So that's still hard because we have that at the bar and I watch them. I'm like, oh my God, it still hurts. But if you can watch your child, once they get like past, I want to say like maybe fourth grade, because that's when they like started getting a little bit more aggressive. That's when they become, you know, if you can watch your kid wrestle, like football's like ballerina. Like when I watch my kid play football, it's like watching him fucking ballet do. Not that my son will do ballet, but I'm just saying, like it doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare me. It might still scare other parents, and that's fine. But I feel like once you watch a child wrestle and they get like bent up and like a pretzel and their arms like here, and I'm like, oh my god, don't break your arm, and then but it also shows you how strong these kids get. That is for debate because WWE is fake. I mean, I don't want to say it's. I mean, if I can, it's like a soap opera, so you can't sit there and tell me that it's not fake. I said disclaimer that in regards to their moves and stuff, it's that's real. Like I mean, but they practice that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they know that if that person's gonna go on the top thing, that hello, he's gonna come at you. Now, whether you're gonna take the blow or you're not gonna take the blow, because depending on the storyline. So at the end of the day, like it's a fucking soap opera for grown ass people. I know, right? Maurice is starting to sweat some more. Maurice, are you gonna jump in here? No, but you know what I'm saying? That's all that I'm saying. I'm like, I mean, I've gone to WWE Raw, which I would never ever do it in my life ever again. Only because I'm not a fan. Oh, I apparently have all these WWE fans, whatever. Tomato, tomato. You think it's real? That's just like Days of Our Lives is real. Is that a real storyline? Hmm? Those soap operas, your novelas, are they real? I'm just saying because that's basically what the WWE is. Am I wrong? Anybody? Does anybody stand next to? Does anybody agree with me? That's just I mean, that's just my opinion. I didn't say that the wrestlers aren't doing real things. I'm just saying the storyline is fake. So in turn, you know what they're doing. I'm gonna change the subject because I did not want y'all to come in here. But and I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say that it is. I won't say it. Y'all can say it, but I ain't gonna say it because I don't believe it. Like, it's not. It's not. They have storylines. Are y'all listening to? Do you believe? So you're telling me that you believe these storylines that they created? I mean, But I'm speaking of that though. I will say I didn't put that in my notes, but it just hit me now since we're talking about wrestling. I wanted like so I did grow up on watching some wrestling, so I'm not like against it. I just can't. I just can't. But Razor Ramon, he actually passed away this past week, I think, and he actually I grew up watching him, with his slick ass hair. I mean, that was like one of the like Spanish dudes that I seen, before Rey Mysterio and all of them came out. So I just had to like mention that real quick. Rest in peace, brother. I think he died really young. Um, but yeah, I mean, his name was Razor Ramon, but then his real name was like Scott Hall. So was he Spanish or was he not Spanish? I don't know. Bad Bunny is a wrestler. Who? That's another one. I ain't gonna speak on Bad Bunny because I just don't understand him. He's weird. Which I agree, like weird is okay because I'm not normal either, but like he's weird. Is that if you're talking about the singer, the rapper? I didn't see that last statement, but their storylines are interesting. Yeah, but it's a novela. It is a soap opera. Bad Bunny was on wrestling. Oh, see, I don't watch it, so I don't know. That's news to me. I don't. Isn't he a singer? Like, I don't know, but you know what? Like, look, if Uncle Snoop supported, I support it too, because Uncle Snoop was part of WWE at one point in his life. So if Uncle Snoop supported, I support it too. So I salute you, WWE fans. You just won't catch me at one of them jokers. And we have it at the bar that I work at over in Wooddale. They actually do what is it, POW, wrestling association, whatever. I guess that's like local wrestling things. I mean, they like build the whole ring. I seen them put the ring together. They have their own storylines, and somebody's jumping off the belt. I mean, they can't jump too high because there's a ceiling, but I see it and I see the storylines. I see them behind the freaking curtains. So yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, my brother, I'm surprised. Why would you admit to these things? First, it was your damn Skechers shoes to make you taller, and now you want to tell people you stood in line for over 24 hours to get fucking tickets. I wasn't even gonna bust you out, but since you want to bring it up, Eddie. Yes, my brother was in Rosemont. I think it was Rosemont, and his ass stood in line overnight to get, I don't know, over 20 tickets. I don't care if you bought the whole goddamn stadium out. You stood in line for over 2 hours. Like I don't want to be in line for fucking 15 minutes, let alone hours with an S. All I say is that man he loved them boys. Boys, if y'all don't take care of your daddy, I mean, Lord, because I won't. I'm telling you, I took my little one. I took Mo when he was little to a WWE Raw. I did not know. I thought like 2 hours, boom, 3 hours, maybe, boom, boom. We get to watch the show and we out. We was in that bitch for like 5-6 hours because I didn't. I mean, it was stupid of me because like of course Raw is live, right? So like in between the commercials and all of this other shit, I'm just like, okay, it's time to go. They're like, no, it's still going on. I'm like, how you this little? And you can pay attention to that, but when I'm trying to have you read a book, you don't know what the fuck we talking about. But yeah, no, I would never do that again. Oh my god, it was the longest. It's like I couldn't even get drunk because I had 2 kids and then I had a kid that wasn't mine. So it was just like I kind of got tipsy and then I sobered up again. Then I got tipsy. I got tipsy twice and had to sober up again. Like, I mean, come on. That means I was there too long. If I can get intoxicated, then sober up, get intoxicated again, and then sober up, that's a long fucking time. But anyways, that's my trauma. I don't. Eddie, you admitted to that shit? Oh my god. Oh brother, you know what? But I will say, it's fucking WWE. My brother was so into the shits. Now I'm gonna bust you out for real. He was so into the shits. If y'all need to hire a wrestler, and he looked just like Rey Mysterio. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So like his kids were really into it when they were younger, and him and was it Papo and somebody. I mean, there was a few other guys. I mean, this is why I love my family and the people associated with my family because they will do they with the shits, and that's why I love these people because they just crazy like me. But my brother dressed up as Rey Mysterio. Somebody dressed up like somebody like the Undertaker. I mean, we had about like I want to say 4 guys that dressed up as wrestlers for my nephew's party. I mean, my brother went all out. He had like I know, wrestling talk with your host. But he had like lights. I mean, it was just a whole ordeal, that birthday party, and that was dope. Then I actually took my brother we did a wrestling party for Mo. I think he was like 3. So this was like 13 years ago. And he dressed up as Rey Mysterio and he's all, running around the house. And Mo was just like, that he sounds like my Theo Eddie though. So I mean his voice busted him out, but that's how crazy they were. We actually even dressed up as wrestlers. Not the women, it was just the men. So, but yes, rest in peace. We did go that angel. But I will actually bring on. We have another business that reached out and wanted to come on. I'm gonna get away from wrestling for 2 seconds. Northside Cookies. Should we bring on Kat? She's probably like, "Oh my god, enough with this wrestling." Hello.
Hello.
Are you a wrestling fan?
Not really.
Okay. Oh, thank you,
I
Jesus.
agree with you. It's kind of fake.
Oh, people.
Don't tell
Thank you very
me. He's gonna
But
cut me off.
say that after. Say that after you put your business out there. But this is Kat from Northside Cookies, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys do cakes, cookies, cupcakes?
Mainly cookies, simple cookies, butter cookies, peanut butter cookies. The classics.
I love the sign.
Some cakes in a jar. I do some doggy cookies, cupcakes.
Ooh, doggy cookies, Angel. or Leo. I don't know you as Angel. Leo, doggy cookies.
And
We
dog
have the
birthday cakes.
you do dog birthday cakes.
Yeah.
That's for them dog lovers. I'm not that kind of person. But those I have a nephew on here right now that has like bulldog business going on right now that he's starting up. So
Oh,
there you go.
nice.
Doggy birthday cakes. Tell you people
There you go. We
that
can
all
eat
looks
them too.
delicious.
They're just not as sweet, but
Hello. So are you guys do you guys have are you just over the internet or do you guys have a storefront?
just on the internet. eBay. I
Okay.
sell on eBay, my website, Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, I will be hitting you up because I was being nosy and I actually went through your Facebook page. So they do have a Facebook page. Um, what is it? Northside Cookies on Facebook.
Yes.
Then I seen a picture of the butter cookies. I said, "Oh, you brought me
The
back to my
butter
childhood."
cookies. Yes. Butter cookies are bestseller.
Is that your best? What's your best seller? Is it butter cookies?
The butter cookies, yes.
So what made you go into this business?
In 2016, I lost my job of 12 years as a logistics manager. And I was just trying to supplement my income. So I started baking cookies from home. In my first week, I made over $400 just in butter cookies alone.
Oh, girl, you sold me. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna come after you.
So it's been stop and go. I'm trying to put my all into it now.
Okay. So yeah, we have
So
put up your website. So if anybody wants to order cookies, I mean, check out her Facebook page, y'all. I mean, she got pictures of these cookies. You Maurice put up a few of those pictures up there. I will be putting an order in for butter cookies because those are my favorite.
I'm actually
So what
competing
are
in a
those?
baking.
What were those
Those
cylinder ones?
those are candy shot glasses.
What? So
Yes.
those are candy shot glasses.
Yes. There's the mint ones, and then you have Jolly Rancher that look like stained glass, butterscotch, the red peppermint one, the green peppermint one, and then the red hot one, like Fireball.
Oh, girl, yeah, you gonna have some people ordering some stuff. I got a little party planner lady over here in the comments too. Right,
Oh,
candy
nice.
shot glasses. Yes,
If you have a lot
I'm
of
already
dog
thinking about
lovers,
the alcohol I can put in there.
I'm gonna be doing a baking competition. I'm gonna be making cakes in the jar. It's gonna be April 10th at Trigger 2810 West Addison, and I could put the link for tickets up later. It's all
Okay.
for terminally ill pets.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
gonna
you
be
said that
like,
was gonna be April 10th.
yeah, April 10th from 2 to 3. David Kaplan, actually from ESPN Sports, or ESPN Chicago, NBC Sports is gonna be the MC.
Okay.
So it's going to be pretty nice.
Oh yeah, we gotta check out that event. Is that a Saturday? Yeah, that's a Saturday.
It's a Sunday.
That's a Sunday. I'm like, wait, something's going on the 9th. That's a Sunday.
It's
No,
Sunday.
I
So
mean you got a whole lot of attention. My people are dog lovers. I have a lot of dog lovers over here, and a lot of alcoholics. So you got them with them candy shot glasses, girl.
all
Don't
those
worry.
cakes in a jar, and I can infuse anything with alcohol. So
Those cake. I've never had a cake in a jar. I mean, how
I'll
does
have
that
to
work?
send you one.
I mean, I'm looking at it and it makes sense. Like, what is that one?
That one's like a waffle birthday cake in a jar.
Girl, see, that's why I. So that's why I'm so happy because I have such a sweet tooth. Like, I am a sweet tooth person, so I prefer to cook versus bake because I'm not a baker. Like, I mean, I can bake, but I would there would be nothing like when we make cookies. Half of them are gone before they even get cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I salute you, and I Yeah, cake in a jar. Like I'm so curious now.
The other
'Cause
one that he showed in a jar was the peach cobbler in a jar. That one.
peach cobbler. Oh, girl. Do you do like banana? What is that? Banana pudding.
Yes, banana pudding.
Mm. Y'all,
Banana
you know
pudding.
Easter. Look, I'm telling y'all, write her information down. You got Easter coming up. You're gonna need some
Yes,
of these things to bring to your little family members and whatever. And who wants to be cooking on Easter? Not
nobody.
I mean, I will,
Mm-mm.
but if I can get out of it, you know what I'm gonna
Right?
tell my people? I got dessert. I got dessert. Don't worry.
Definitely.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. Please put that information in the comments so that the audience here can follow. That's her website, guys. How do you
Definitely.
say
I'll
your
put the
last
link.
name? Maloof?
Maloof, yeah.
It is. See, you know what? I be butchering everybody's last name, so I'm always curious to see.
No
So
one can ever
follow
say
her
it
page,
right.
guys. Follow her page, Northside Cookies. I love your logo. I
Oh,
love
thank
that.
you.
Chicago everything. I love that stuff. Yeah. My girlfriend who is a firefighter is on here and she is a big dog lover. So
Nice.
she will be in contact with you, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome. Thank
But
you.
anything else you'd like to share?
Just hit me up.
Yep. Hit her up, guys. Remember dog treats, dog cakes. I know y'all. I mean, I am a dog lover, but I'm not that. But
Not that
I might
much,
have to.
right?
You know what? I love my dog, but I'm just not that crazy about him. He's just getting on my nerves. But thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your information. But we will be getting them. I will be in contact for them butter cookies. And I'm curious about these cakes in a jar. I'm curious about that. I ain't never heard that before. And
I'll
the
have to
shot
message you. I'll
glasses.
find out where you work in Woodsdale and I'll drop one off to you.
Ooh, girl, I'll send you my information. Don't worry. Don't worry. But thank you very much for joining us. You guys make sure you hit her up on her website and also on her Facebook, Northside Cookies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I'm adding you, Kat. Yes, please add her. Um, I support small businesses 100%, especially coming from Chicago or suburbs. I know. I mean, Ceci, you do them party decorations and events and stuff. Like you could be adding that to your whole repertoire, and y'all can like do business together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a messenger. I'm just the in between person. I'm just saying, like, that would be a good thing to add to like your little party things to offer to the people. And then you get up with her, and then she can get them to you. And then you can offer that to your people. And I'm just saying, that's all. That's all I'm saying. But I love the idea of bringing businesses together, small businesses together. And I mean, just to support each other. I mean, that's all that it takes. Unfortunately, I know how the logistics companies can be. And oh my God. I don't even know if you can even see this. My brother. Why does he do this to himself? Because I'm going to show it. I don't even know. You know what, Maurice? I'm going to send you. I wonder if I send it to you, and I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you a picture, Maurice, and I'm gonna have you put it. And this is it. I'm not gonna talk about wrestling after this picture gets shared because I have to share this picture. I'm gonna see if Maurice can pull it up. And after this, we're not talking about wrestling no more. I'm tired of the So let me see, Maurice, if you got that picture. I will show this one picture. Oh, what was that bald-headed white guy? um, what the hell was his name? Look, Countryman, that was a wrestler. I can't remember his name, but let me know if you got it, Maurice. I won't put my nephew out there, even though my brother sent me that picture. But after that picture pulls up, Maurice, were you able to get the picture and pull it up? Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's who. Oh my, I want to say that was maybe 13 years ago or 12 years ago. Oh my God. It just, but I mean, speaking about like old shit, like I'm gonna go into that real quick. So we were in the car one day, just last week sometime, and that song "All About the Benjamins, Baby." That song came on with Nas and Biggie and all of that, and I'm singing it, and I'm looking at my son, and he bopping his head. I'm like, "Oh, you know this song?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You know Nas?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I know who Nas is, Mom." I'm like, "Oh, you know who that?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Biggie?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you know Tupac?" And he's like, "Yeah." Because me and my son don't listen to this. I mean, I listen to all that music, but like he listens to some of that music, but he listens to other shit that whatever. But anyways, I'm like, "You listen to that music?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I haven't completely failed as a parent, right?" He's like, "Really, Mom?" That's what you think? And I was like, you know what? At some point, I know that I mean, I just try to do what I do, but I also know that I'm a little nuts. But it's just like I can't completely fuck you up. You know what I mean? I know you're gonna need some counseling in the future, maybe. I go, but I mean, at least I feel like if you know who they are and if you actually do listen to their music, then I ain't completely fail. But this is also the kind of parent that I am. Like, so like I even like today, this happened actually today. So I picked up my son today. He calls me up, "Hey Ma, can you pick me up?" And yeah, boom, I go pick him up from school. So he's sitting out there with one of his buddies, AJ. That he's I don't think because right now we're done with wrestling and he's off to baseball. So now we're in baseball. But so you're sitting there after practice. I go to pick him up, and then he gets in the car. I'm not even paying attention. I just see him. I'm like, okay, he's coming. And I don't know if I looked at my phone or whatever. So he gets in the car. He's like, "Mom, you weren't even gonna help me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He was just like, "AJ just put me in a headlock like before when I tried to get up and whatever." And I was just like, "Oh, okay. So like you can't handle it." I mean, AJ, like my son's bigger than AJ. So he's just like, I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And he's just like, "Yeah, I told him like, hey, my mom's right there." So he's always threatening his friends with me for some reason. I don't know why. But so I bust a U-turn, right? And I slow down and I go right back in front of that school. And I rolled down my window and I stopped. I rolled down my window and I said, I was gonna say hey, but right when I was about to say it, the kid looked up. So I looked at him and I go like this. And then he started laughing, and then I just kind of smiled, and then I kind of drove off. So my my son was dying. He's like, "Mom, did you just threaten my kid, my friend?" I'm like, "That was not a threat. I was just telling him I am watching you. Don't worry." But I mean, I know the kid, from wrestling and stuff. So but that's the kind of parent that I am. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem like talking crap to these kids, and I mean, it's all in good fun. It's not serious. Like, I mean, I won't put my hands on the child like that, But I think it's just funny. And again, like I said, I don't do stuff to like for other people to think it's funny. I do shit because I think it's funny. Who the fuck is that? So somebody came banging on the door right now, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. There's a Chinese little takeout restaurant right next door, and I mean, our doors are like side by side, right? But in front of my door, it says Cutting Edge, 54 Salon. But they're always walking in here like, "Oh, I'm sorry, wrong." I don't know. Whatever. I wasn't gonna open the door because I'm like, I ain't expecting you. Yeah. So you got, oh my God, that is so funny. So that's my brother in the middle. That's his buddy who actually, I wasn't that, the guy, the photographer. That's his other buddy. I can't fucking think of their names right now. Oh my God. But this is how crazy my family is in regards to wrestling. This is the extent that they will go to. So as you see, I am not the only crazy one. I just let my crazy sit on my shoulders. My family kind of try to keep it under wraps and shit, but they crazy too. I get it from somewhere. Hello. But yeah, that picture tells it all. So if y'all need to hire my brother for anything wrestling related, there you go. He's for hire. Eddie, we're gonna get you a whole new business right now. Don't worry. You know, we all about it. Don't worry. But yes. Oh, God, that fucking picture. And he's so proud of it. That's why I love my brother, because he's so proud of these moments that I probably would not share. But yeah, hey, you know what? Eddie, do you? Izzy. Yeah, Izzy worth the shot. He was a photographer, which I actually have to share those pictures. He came over when we had when we were over at Lottie's. It was Lottie's pub over on the north side with Miranda Mayo, Stella Kid from Chicago Fire. He came out to that episode and took some pictures, which I do have to share. Sorry, Izzy. Things get away from me. But yeah. I mean, and you know what I love is that his friends, you know, people will partake in our crazy. So like, yes, EJ, there goes that's Steve Cold. That's EJ. That was Steve Stone Cold Austin, whatever that man was. Ah, oh my God, yes. Jesus Christ. You know, I mean, and that goes to like, so I'm gonna have a little shallow moment. I think sometimes I'm shallow and I try not to be, but like I can't help it. Like, do you guys ever judge like I don't know about men, but I can say for a woman, like, do you guys judge men from like okay, how can I say this and not sound so shallow is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so like if a man tries to talk to me or holler at me or say hello or whatever, like the first thing I do, which is horrible, yes, is I look at their shoes. Like I look at their fucking shoes. And I think I said this before when my brother admitted to wearing Skechers. But I look at their shoes, like if your shoes are busted or they look like orthopedic fucking granny grandpa shoes, like I can't, like I can't. I know it's shallow, whatever. I will admit to it. Like there's some things I will admit to. I am a crotch watcher and I will look at your fucking shoes if you try to talk to me. I'm sorry. Like they gotta be. I mean, and you don't. I mean, am I the only one, or does the other women think that way? Like I'm trying to figure out. Do guys do that? Like I don't know if guys can do that. So okay, so you look at teeth. If your shit is brown, you got to go. This is true. You have to. I mean, a light smile, but like I don't know. It just for me, it's just something about. I mean, it's also. Don't look at the producers. Oh, Christine, I've already been there, done that. I said, he must be busy. I feel bad people do it all the time to us. I mean, for a woman though, I think it's a little different because I mean, we can rock like a pair of sandals that cost like $10 and still rock it. Oh no, no, no! I am gonna block you, Ceci. You put that shit up on my thing again. No, never. Crocs. If you guys cut an episode, I cannot stand them fucking shoes. No. I actually when I went to the dentist, I seen a mom and her children with Crocs. And yes, those shoes might be hella comfortable, but those are hella ugly. Like the devil must have made them shoes. Like oh my, why? Like, oh. And then you know what? Wait, so when I went down to Springfield, speaking of Crocs, when I went down to Springfield, there was this dude that he had those black Crocs, and I looked at him, but he's old. Like I don't know, like maybe in his 60s. I mean, he's not old, but you know, he's an older gentleman. And he had these Crocs on, these black Crocs, and I'm like, oh. And I said the same shit, like, oh God, like my eyes hurt. Like my feet feel bad for your feet. He's like, why? My feet feel comfortable. They're in heaven right now because they're so comfortable. He said those were his wedding shoes. And I said, what? What? You got to explain that shit to me. He was just like, those are my wedding shoes. Like he actually performed a wedding in those black Crocs. Let me tell you something. If I ever in this lifetime get married and the minister shows up in some fucking Crocs, Do you understand what I will fucking do to that man? I will fucking karate chop him in the throat and then kick him in the head and ask him to leave. Because what? No. Nurses are the only people that are allowed to wear Crocs. Nurses. And maybe like service people when they're not working on, whatever. But like normal people should not. And then like there was a lady at the wrestling convention, whatever. Her shit was bedazzled. Like she had like butterflies hanging off the shit, and it was like glittery and yes, my nephew. And that's where I ended up going onto this Croc shit because like my when I had the episode down in Chicago, on the south side of Chicago, Xavier's. And I wasn't, like that's my nephew, so I wouldn't pay no attention. And then he goes outside to go smoke a cigarette with me. And then I just so happened to look down at his feet. And I said, what the fuck? What are those? Is actually what I said. I was trying not to be nice. But I said, oh my God, what are those? And then he's like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, ew, no, you did. And then I kind of went to his wife and I was like, how do you allow him to come out looking like that? She was like, why? What's wrong with him? I'm like, he has Crocs on his feet. She was just like, oh. And I'm like, unless you're running to the grocery store, to the gym, maybe even to the park, you do not go to an establishment, a business, where you're going to hang out and have beers and talk to people with Crocs on your feet. I felt so disrespect. Like, I wanted to be his mom and be like, you know what, go back in the house and you change. You don't go. My mama used to do that to me when we was little. Like, and I do that to my sons all the time. Like, we going somewhere, you not gonna. I do it to my girl. You know what? I did it to my cousin when we went back to Miami. I do it to people. I am not that friend that's gonna let you come out here looking bogus. I'm sorry. Yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I am that person that if they say, does this look good? I'd be like, nope, no, it don't. I'm sorry. I'm like, no. Like, you're not gonna come out here bogus. You're not gonna come out here looking bogus. Right, and that's you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That man right there. But like, no. I've told my cousin, I've told my girlfriends, I told my own damn children. My son to try to go to somewhere with me, and I'm like, nope. Yes, I think teachers can wear Crocs. Teachers, because you got to deal with children. So if the comfortability of your feet is the only thing that's gonna keep you sane, then yes, you may wear Crocs. Teachers only, but not the students. I care. I don't care. Look, I care. That's some bullshit to me because you know what? People can wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. Then you're going to have people like me that's going to talk shit about it. I will talk shit about it. I will. So speaking of like judging people on their shoes and then what they wear and whatever. So today, I'm telling you, I just be walking into these situations and it makes me say, it just makes me say, So I took it was a beautiful day outside today, right? Beautiful. And I mean, this makes me like ready for like I got sandals on. Like I've been wearing sandals since Monday. But it makes me like I picked up my son from school. They get out about 2:30. So he says, let's go to the park. Sure, let's go to the park, right? I got time today. So I'm sitting there while he's playing around and I see this man. And then I had to take another look because I'm like, is that a man or a woman? Not that I didn't think it was a man, but he had like a V-neck shirt. And I don't have anything against men wearing V-necks. So hold on before y'all be like, I don't have a problem with him wearing a V-neck because, but a V-neck is supposed to come like right about here, right? Something. His shit was like one little move, I would have seen the man's nipple. So it just made me say, like, why would his V-neck be that low? Like, is it a workout thing? I don't know. I mean, I just started exercising, like, but before we get into that, like, how low can a man's V-neck go until it looks ridiculous? Or like, in my head it looked ridiculous. Cause I was like, so your wife let you have that shirt? Cause you know what? I'm sorry. If my man came out with a V-neck that short, right, exactly. See, I was thinking about that word, but I couldn't think of that word. Gigolo dip, yes. He was trying to show good stuff. I will leave that comment to myself on that one. But he was in a park with children. He wasn't going to a bar. Or maybe he was trying to pick up a mom. Hmm. Makes me think now. I should dress differently when I go to the park. Maybe I'll find, because I've been thinking about that stuff. Like when I'm at these wrestling matches, this is why I don't mind going wrestling matches or something. Like maybe I'll find me a little single daddy or something. You know what I'm saying? You can watch your son. So you doing this. I gotta be here anyway. So maybe we could do this together. But we'll work out for that. But yeah, no, his V-neck was really low, and I was just like, it's kind of one of those things. Like I didn't want to keep watching him, but then I kind of kept watching him. So I'm like, because I'm saying, like, if I was doing laundry and I see my man's shirt and it was kind of that low, and I would have trashed it. He would have been like, "Where's my V-neck shirt?" Right, but like, and I can understand the gigolo part, like when they have the buttons and you want to kind of like show off your little taco meat chest or whatever, and then you want to leave that extra button down. I get that, like on a with the button with the shirts with the buttons, but a V-neck, I don't know I didn't like it. But that was just me, I'm not no fashionista type of person, but yeah, so no. But like in regards to like, so I did work out today. Yay, yay me. I haven't been to the gym in like 3 months, but if y'all haven't seen the post that I put both on my personal page and on Sippin N Trippin, I actually have signed up for a mud run. It's gonna be, I don't know what it's called, mud. I think it's called Muddy Bash or something. So it's a 5K. So that's like what, 3 miles. Semi of an obstacle course. I think you're gonna get dirty. But I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be, I think, May 28th. So we got 2 months. So I got 2 months to like get my shit in order. So that I don't like, the only thing is like I don't want to. I already signed up. It's right now currently it's a free registration. I think by the time the insurance and the fees and all of that shit, it came out to like $19 and some change. So $20 to sign up for this event. I did put a team called Sippin N Trippin. So if you do want to sign up and join me that day, I did the 11 o'clock time slot. I mean, it's like, again, it's only 3 miles. It's an obstacle course. I'm pretty sure that if you can't do some of them, you can go around them. I've heard other people do something similar. I mean, whatever. I don't know the cause. Somebody asked me about the cause. I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun thing to do. I thought it would be something to get my ass in gear, to get my ass back in the gym. Because I want to say, like, once those holidays came, and I've been okay, and my man, he likes it, and he ain't get complaining about it, and it's just like you get comfortable, and then I'm like, no, we cannot get comfortable, so I'm back in the business, I'm back in gear. I got in there today. With having a busy schedule, it's hard, but you know what? I said it before, when things are important to you, you have to make time for them. So this is important to me. So I am going to do it. And I don't do this to get skinny. Like, I like to eat too much. So I'm pretty sure that was never going to be. But I do want to be healthy. I don't want to get older and have to take prescription drugs. I don't want to get older and have like my joints hurting. I don't want to have that when I get older. So if I can, I want to do this now because I don't want to go to the doctor and then now the doctor forced me to put myself in that position. So if I can be proactive, dictionary word. So if I'm going to be proactive and put myself in that, environment and that mental state, and say, because like, I'll tell you, like, not all skinny people are healthy people. So it's not even really about your size. It's just really about your health. So that's why I'm doing that. And then I think it actually, yes, that's why I said I'm so, so like years ago, so I don't know, before I went to beauty school, I am too comfortable. I wouldn't make the finish line. It's 3 miles. You got 2 months to get it together. You can do it. It's not comfortability, trust you me, but it's also just wanting to do that. I also when I had children, because I've always been a big girl since I was a little child. I was always a chubby one. And then the fortunate part, which is great on my part, is that during elementary school, during high school, like I never got picked on, like being like the fat kid, or I never, I hear stories. Like I'm so empathetic, or I mean, I have empathy for some of my clients and people that I know, like, because they were picked on when they were children, like brutally. Like some of these are like, when I hear these fucking stories, I'm like, I would have went to jail, because if somebody said some shit like that to me, I would have popped them in the fucking mouth. Granted, I mean, and thanks to like, I mean, we actually were talking about this earlier today. Like growing up, we talked a lot of shit. Like my cousins, people on the block, like that's what we did for fun. I'm sorry. I was trying to have a fucking moment here. And then you put that comment on, oh my God, EJ, if you come in Crocs, I will make sure that they stay in the fucking mud. You know what? Bring your Crocs. Bring your Crocs so that the asses can stay in the bottom of the mud, and then they ain't got to see them shits no more. I will have some slides. Slides are comfortable too. So have some slides extra for you so that you can go home with them. And I'm pretty sure, Karen, if you're buying your husband some Crocs, I'm going to be mad at you. I'm gonna be so mad at you if you're buying your man some crack. Lord help the children. Please don't do it. But what the fuck was I talking about? See, I was talking about something. See, you threw off my mindset. But well, I was going into anyways. So I know I was talking about being big girl and going to the gym and bullying. So I never was bullied. And then, my old co-host the other day was just telling me I was a bully. And I was just like, I can have bully tendencies. I don't think I was necessarily a bully, but I am a very headstrong individual. And when I believe in something, or I, want to get something done, and I put my mind to it, that's over. Like either join me or get out of my way. That's kind of the mentality. But growing up the way that I did, I mean, me and my cousins, we used to like beat each other, or they used to beat on me. And we used to talk. I mean, we still do it. Like we make fun of each other so much, but it's to a boundary. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't try to get too far into it, but we will talk about your ass. I mean, I will talk about you. And then even like on the block that I grew up on, like that's what we did as shorties. You know what I'm saying? We play in a fire hydrant. We used to sit around on somebody's porch, and this is kind of where this idea of sipping and tripping came up, because we used to just sit there on the porch literally for hours and talk shit. That's it. We talk shit about that person. Then when we felt like they was getting in their feelings, then we would talk shit about the person that made him get in his face. So then we got on you. And then it just literally went around the corner. The people talked about me and everything. But at the same token, those same people that were talking shit were also uplifting you and telling you can do this, and telling you, you know what I'm saying? So those same people were like also uplifting you, and like, it's kind of like one of those, like when my little brother was alive, it was kind of like, he can call me a bitch, but nobody else could. You know what I'm saying? Like I could call you an asshole, but nobody else in this motherfucker could call you an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So it went into that mentality. So with growing up in that mentality, and then I see women now, and then I hear their stories, and they're bigger women, and they're talking, and then I'm just like, I mean, some of these people were getting put in, like stuffed in their lockers, or just talking. They're getting it from school, and then they would come home, and then their parents would like talk shit to them too about like, and it's like, and especially like, I don't know about other families, but especially like in the Spanish community, like when you're a big girl, like they make you feel like you a big girl. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, oh, and I don't know if they even know, like these older moms, they even know that they're doing this to their children, like, oh, like you can lose a little weight, or you can do this or this. So like when I had my children, right. So when I had my children, because I was a big girl, you can't. But I made a promise to my children that I would attempt to show them better habits from when I was growing up. And I even had to like correct my mom. And to me, it's okay. Correction and asking for them to not do something or do something is okay. And it's all about it's never, how do they say, it's never what you say, it's your delivery. I've had to learn that many times. And I'm still learning that. That's still something I'm working on because I can be very brass, especially when I have, I have my blinders on and you know what? But people around me know that, like, you know what, when I sometimes it's not done on purpose. But anyways, so like I had to tell, like, when I grew up with, like, you finish everything on your plate. I didn't want my children to feel that way because there's times I wasn't even hungry, but I had to finish everything on my plate. So, and I'm not blaming my mother for my bigness because after a certain age, it's my responsibility. And as you can see, it's still here. But I made a promise to my children that when I had my kids, when I first had Mo, I was just like, I want to try, because you can only try as a parent, to instill the better habits. So like instead of candy, we try to eat fruit. You know what I'm saying? And then after you eat some fruit and you still want the candy, well then go ahead and have the candy. Like, I don't condone sugar, I don't condone pizza, chicken, whatever. But I always say, like, you know what, we can eat fried chicken, but guess what? You're also gonna have a side of vegetables. So I just always try to incorporate everything because I don't want my kids to grow up saying, "Oh, well, we could never eat cake, or we could never have soda, or we can," because when they do get around it, then it's almost kind of like, "Oh, I don't get this," so then now they want to indulge, and now they're like 10 sodas in, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like you haven't let it. So I just wanted to show them better habits. But in with all of that, and especially when you're talking to children and all this, and yes, you can't be sensitive, but I think we live in a more sensitive world now because in regards to like mental health and all of that shit. Because like, I mean, two what was it? I don't know. Like last week, I think my 6-year-old. I don't. I'm still trying to figure out where it's coming from, and because I'm raising two black boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they're mixed, but at the end of the day, they will be seen in this world as black men. They will grow up to be black men. So I have to like mentally prepare them. I have to completely every day fuel them with positivity because this world will break them down. So my son came and was just like, "Mommy," and this is like first thing in the morning, "Mommy, I don't like my black skin." I said, "What?" He said, "I don't want to be this color. I want to be your color." And I said, "Honey," I said, "your color is beautiful. Like, I actually want your color. What do you like?" I couldn't say, "Fuck you mean," that's what I wanted to say. But I was just like, "What?" And he's 6. So to me, it's just like, I don't think he's getting it from school or just maybe the stuff that he's seeing, or I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, as parents, we don't know where they're getting this from. But at the same time, it's just like, my baby, your skin is beautiful. Like, people want your skin color. People want your curly hair. Like, people pay. And I tell especially like my 16-year-old, like, he has curly hair, and then he's always like trying to straighten it. And it's just like, why do you want straight hair? Your people pay me to make their hair curly. And he's like, "No, mom, it's not that I don't want." He doesn't want straight hair. He just doesn't like it as poofy. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I have to instill, like, you guys are handsome, you guys are smart, you guys are strong, you guys, not just athletically and built wise, but I have to make sure that their innards match their outwards, if that's the right way to say it. So but it goes into like all of it though. Like, I see these older women as adults still feeling a certain way about them, and then I see my children also feeling a certain way. So it's just like, I'm constantly, and I don't know if it's maybe because we are the minority still out here in Elk Grove, but it's like I have to make sure that, like, your skin is beautiful regardless of whatever shade it is. Whatever shade you belong, wherever your feet are planted, and your shades. And I tell them, like, "Mommy gets your color in the summer." Like, I literally have to sit out there for hours to get your color. And I was like telling him, like, "What do you think mommy lays in the sun?" Because he sees me laying in the sun all the time. "Why do you think mommy lays in the sun?" "Because mommy wants to be like you." He's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm trying to like just make sure that he knows that his skin color is great, it's top notch, regardless. And then he's like, "So my white friends who or my friends who have white skin, they're not good. And I'm like, no, 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 they're good too, because I don't want to like push that either. So it's just a balance, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it at. Because I mean, I can probably go into a whole discussion, but I will leave it at that. Is always just find the balance, right? Because I'm always trying to find the balance between my craziness and my not so craziness, and being a parent and being a woman and being a business owner and being a mom, and you know what I'm saying, being a friend and lover, and it's just a whole jumble of shit, and being a sipping and tripping host and being a hairstylist and all of that shit, which I love. I love all of that shit. And she was white, and of course was darker than her. The grocery store, I could see the eyes, and after I wouldn't. No, see, and I, you know what? And I think a lot of people felt that way or feel that way, and especially because there is colorism in our own communities. Like, and it's not just a white thing or a black thing or whatever. Like, in our black community and our Spanish community, we have colorism. And that's the shit that we have to stop on our own. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. Like, because in our own families, in our own communities, you had the light skin, if you had two children, right? And you had a little morenita or your little black, darker skinned child, and then you had the lighter skinned child. At the end of the day, the lighter skinned child got treated better than the little darker skinned child. Why? Like, and I know, like, and I know there's a history behind all of that stuff, which I don't want to get into right now. But I'm just saying, like, we have to stop that in our own households. We have to let our grandparents know that that's not right. Don't say that to my child. And to me, it's okay. Like, if you have to tell your great great grandma, like, hey, or your own like, I correct my mom from a distance, because just in case you want to throw something at me. But like, I mean, if I have to correct her and say, hey, that's not appropriate nowadays, or we can't say that, we don't think like that no more, or whatever. Like, I always think like anything is open for a discussion. So if you have that going on in your family, I hope that at least you say something. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an argument and all that stuff, which it can. But I just think, like, all shades are beautiful. I don't want to say all people are beautiful. I would say the shade of your colors, because there is ugly people. Again, I am petty. Again, I will talk about people's and their things. So when people say that everybody's beautiful in their own way, yes. But some of them are a little ugly, and that's okay to say it. This is like when people say, oh, all babies are so cute. No, the fuck they're not. Some of them look like old ladies. Some of them look like little old men, and hopefully they grow into their looks later. But like, see, you see. See, you know what? I should have shut up like 5 minutes ago, because then I would have looked so much better. Now you got me calling people ugly. Says, this is random. Can the show get moved to Friday so I can stay tuned the whole show? Yeah, I'm completely selfish. No, because then nobody else will watch the show on a Friday. And plus, I probably be on my own bullshit on the Friday. So that's why we did Wednesday. Because, like, what do you have to do on a Wednesday? And I feel like if this can be just that little outlet to help you get through that little hump, you feel me? To get through the week and be like, ha ha ha, just made me fucking laugh, and maybe give you something to think about, talk about, whatever. Like, then you just look after today, you only got 2 more days to deal with, and then you got the weekend. You feel me? So that's why I decided Wednesday and not Friday, because I don't think y'all want me on a Friday, because I'll probably be drunk and on some drugs or something, and it'll be a whole different kind of show. Right. See, like, you wash your clothes, you turn me on, you hear my voice, whatever. We talk shit. That's this what we do on Wednesday, I feel. I think Wednesday. Right? I don't know what you said for the people in the back, but I'm going to say right. But I will thank y'all. Because, I can talk. I got other things I can talk about. Like, I will probably bring this up in a night. But, like, we had, just real quick, we had a diaper party at the bar the other day. And I was like, what the fuck is a diaper party? Like, I've heard of sprinkle parties, baby shower, gender reveal, which is going to be happening this weekend. My nephew is finally, or my niece, it's my nephew's baby, but my niece knows what so we're finally going to figure out what it is this weekend. Stupid gender reveal parties. But we have a big old family party going on this weekend, which is not supposed to be a lot of people, but it's we try to keep shit small with us, but fuck, it don't happen that way. But yeah, we're having this party. But we had a diaper party, and I was just like, what the fuck is a diaper party? So there was literally a table of just diapers, but it was all men just smoking cigars and drinking. So I'm like, so is this diaper party like a male version of a baby shower? Like, is that what we're doing now? Like, I mean, I ain't against it, you know what I'm saying? Because they was in there drinking with me, So I'm like, let me get your drinks for you, sir. No worry. But I'm just saying, like, is that like men feel left out? Because I mean, I know like baby showers were for women only before, but now we've gotten to the point where now baby showers are like a family thing. So it's men and women, right? So now do they kind of want to go back to that? So now we got a diaper party where it was just all men. Except for one man. He had his daughter with him. I said, oh, his wife said, no, bitch, you're going to go to this party. You're going to take your child with you. I kind of felt bad for him because nobody else had their child. Like, and I don't think that's right. Like, I feel like if you can't let your man go out with his friends and it was during the day, it wasn't even like a nighttime thing. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. I mean, maybe they had different circumstances. Maybe I'm just jumping to a conclusion that she didn't trust the motherfucker. So she told, like, you want to go out? Like my mama used to do to my brother. You want to go to the party? Take your sister. So his wife said, you want to go to that diaper party? Take your child. I'm just saying. But I wouldn't do that. Like, let him go and have a good time with his friends. He gonna probably call you about 6:00 talking about pick me up and he was too drunk. Because they was motherfuckers was drinking. And smoking cigars. And then the child was there by herself. Like, it was so out of place. But me too. I am wearing blue on Saturday because I have a feeling my spiritual, and I might be completely wrong. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a boy. I'd like for him to have a boy first. His girl has a daughter, from previous, sweet girl, but it's a girl already. So I feel like they should get a boy, and then if they have another baby, then it can be a girl after that. Because I don't think they'll have just one. I don't know, but you don't know. Maybe she's gonna have twins. Because she did show me a picture of, with her first pregnancy compared to her second pregnancy, and she's a lot bigger. Do you know if it's just one baby in there? Maybe it's two. I'm just playing. I ain't gonna be that petty. Knock on wood, it is only one child because I do not want to wish that on nobody. Oh, because one child is, Lord, I'm telling you, y'all want some children. I can tell y'all some children, but I know I'm just playing. Let me stop saying that. But I think that's it. I think we'll end it on that shit. Think positive, be positive. Oh, wait, before I stop. So I just want to mention that. Did y'all see my clip of me singing? Me. Did y'all get it? My karaoke debut? I don't think I've ever sang at another karaoke. So 2 weeks ago, I was at my last episode 16 with Carlos from Carlito's Way Cocktail Lounge down in Blue Island. When I tell you hospitality, motherfuckers, there's hospitality. They had me drinking fucking Remy 1738. Look, I was on one. Okay. Thank God my best friend was there. She did show up. Her ass literally, I haven't been dragged out of a bar in a very long time. And I don't want to say drag, like literally drag, but like when she texted me at 10:00 talking about when we leaving. She was over there and I'm over here, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, like in a little bit, I got to sing my song. So the DJ didn't have a song, but whatever, he maneuvered it so that I can sing my song. And I did sing my song. And if you don't know what my song was, you got to go check out the past episode so that you figure out what song I sang. But I sang my song. And, like I've been to karaoke bars. And like, so I didn't know if people were just joining me because they just wanted to sing my song with me because it's a dope little song. Or I sucked that bad that they were like, oh, fuck, this girl needs some help. And then they sang with me. So anyway, but it was a great time. I'm still calling out Carlos because he hasn't sang his song. Maybe we'll see video tonight. I think they got karaoke happening now. Um no, I know. I have no I don't have the words. You got to go back. It's on there. Go on the Sippin N Trippin page. Um It's on there. It's not on the actual show. We can watch the show if you want to. You feel me? But I did go live while we were singing the song. And I had a few. I got some words in there. I don't know. I was kind of a little inebriated already, but it was a good time. I had a great time. The people were very welcoming. The bartender was great. I mean, let's just say that she was just like, "What took you so long to get on?" I'm like, "Well, I had to say bye to everybody." She's like, "Who's everybody?" I'm like, "I don't know, the DJ and the people he had with him, and then the bartender." Like, it was one of those moments that, like, I hugged everybody walking out of that bar. Everybody was my friend, like. And then she was like, "What's their names?" I don't know. I don't know none of their names. The only name I remember was Carlos, and the DJ. I couldn't even tell you. I know it's DJ Showtime, but we had a great time. I will be back. If they continue with this karaoke on Wednesdays, I'm gonna have to come back. And it was a fucking good time. It was one of those. It was good energy. It was people were just enjoying themselves, and those are the kind of environments that I like to be in. It was just great, and I hugged everybody, and I said bye to everybody, and I don't know who they were, but then my girl was just like, "We gotta leave." Which I'm glad that she did, because it was like midnight already. And I told myself I was going to leave at 10 p.m. and it was like 12 o'clock at night. I'm getting too old for that kind of shit. But anyways. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. If y'all want to see me doing my karaoke, go on the Sippin N Trippin page, scroll, and y'all will find it. It was a good time. It would be the best 4 minutes that you watch of your life. But check me out. The next episode will be in 2 weeks, March 30th. We'll be ending International Women's Month. I think that's what it is. With a bang. Hopefully I'll have some women on here, and we can powwow and do it again. Thank y'all for joining me. Check out Northside Cookies. Man, look, dog cakes, shot glass. Come on, and butter cookies. Like, like butter cookies takes me back to my childhood. Like, that's some butter cookies. Oh, how can you go bad? Check out Chrissy's play this weekend, Mary Poppins, the play. Thursday, Friday, and there's 2 shows on Saturday. Check her out. It's information's in the comments. I don't know the information. But yeah, the next show will be Wednesday, March 30th. Be on the lookout for that. If there's any other questions or comments or concerns, hit up Maurice. No, I'm just playing. Let me know what y'all thought, what you think. Share this with your people. It's free. Like the page, like the post. It's free, please. That's how you can show support to your girl if you feel in this show. I love y'all. Take care. Have a great weekend. Happy St. Patty's Day. Don't drink beer. We out. Where you go with this program today?